Peace. Peace to the tribe. I'm Nudiamonds. I hope everyone out there is doing well, feeling good in this energy, feeling vibrant, feeling like a whole lot of enchilada. Yeah, we're about to get ready to do this breakdown. I'm super excited to do it. And yeah, so you guys don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification so you know when we go live. Shout out to the Soul Tribe. Shout out to the members. We're about to deep dive into this new moon in Pisces energy. All right. So, yes. For starters, I feel like this energy has been having us in a whirlwind, right? It's been pulling us up, pulling us down, having highs, having lows. And this is all about what you make out of this energy. This is all about what you make of it, right? And I say that because if you tend to focus on any one thing, you can be pulled into a portal, you can be pulled into a distraction, you can be pulled into some good love. Okay, so this is just all about you embodying your true nature when those things are at their highs, when those things are at their lows, and just doing your best to alchemize that energy, regardless of what it is. Okay. And that's essentially what this Piscean energy is all about. Okay. So, again, shout out to the Pisces. Happy birthday. Happy solar return. We are in the last few days of this Piscean energy. And it's just really about this closure of this cycle, the closure of old things. And as I named the title, The Point of No Return, this is the moment that we've been waiting for. And it's because we've been closing a lot of those old cycles, cutting a lot of those cords, letting go of a lot of things. And it's really a beautiful new beginning, a beautiful new identity, a beautiful new sense of self as we let go of those things that were once broken and really tune into this upgrade. A lot of things have been broken for us to receive an upgrade, and just really letting things go to embrace the new. Okay, letting go of the old to embrace the new. And there's been a lot of things that have been coming up within the shadows of ourselves, a lot of things that's been coming up, period, right? Within the light, there are things coming out. Within the dark, there are things coming out. Within others, there are things coming out. Everything is being exposed right now. And it's just about observing, right? Now, I do want to say, man, did y'all watch that last live I did? Was your girl on point? Because these past couple of days have been hot, hot, hot. Okay. Record breaking heat for this time of year. And this is only the beginning. We're about to get a taste, a peek of what summer is going to be like. And it's just really about embodying the changes. And sometimes things are going to be springing a little earlier, right? Spring has sprung early, but it's really about getting in tune with earth, getting in tune with the equator, right? Once that sunlight starts rising at a certain time, once we notice that the sun starts to set a little bit later, that's when we truly go into that equinox energy, when we're truly starting to embody this spring energy. And this is that final shed before spring, that final embodiment of this new self, of the things that you learned over this whole winter season, to truly embrace the new as we get ready to go into Aries, as we get ready to go into spring. This should be a new you, right? A new you at the end of a cycle, right? And I say that because the new moon is at the end of a deacon, at the end of this Piscean season. And we're just going to see a lot of different things shift and change within ourselves and outside of ourselves. Okay. I see the chat moving. I see y'all. Shout out to the Soul Tribe. I love y'all so much. Shout out to the members. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I feel like there has also been like a lot of distractions. Like I was so distracted before the live, trying to make sure I had this, trying to make sure I had, everything in order. There's certain things that are not working due to technological issues. And I was like, you know what? This is all part of the message. So there may have been certain glitches. There may have been certain distractions. There may have been certain obstacles that you had to overcome at this time, but it's all part of this letting go. There may have been extra tests, extra triggers, extra things that have been annoying you, extra things that just been buzzing, right? Just irritating, right? But this is where you truly embody that emotional intelligence and not let those things get to you. Because if you're really tuned in and tapped in, you can truly embody whatever it is that you are trying to embody without the extra access anything, right? So yes, Ashley Angel said first day of spring is here in Alabama and it's snowing. See, so it's the pole flip, right? It's the pole shift, right? Because right here in the Bay Area, California, it's never been this hot. It's never been 90 degrees. It's never been 80 at in the middle of March. We normally are still cold. We're normally seeing rain and it's not one cloud in the sky. So it's hot here. Typically in certain places, it's still a little cold. It's not so hot, but things are truly warming up. That lets you know that spring has sprung early. And it's not about what the weatherman says. It's not about what um certain systems say, what the calendar say. It's about what source says. It's about what earth says. It's about what we say, right? Because when we go outside, it's a totally different feel than what it is supposed to be right now, right? So just really getting in tune with what it is that you feel, right? And embodying that and listening to that as well. That goes into that Piscean energy and that new moon in Pisces energy, right? Because the new moon is when it's dark. The new moon is when you can't really see the moon. And that Piscean energy is all about emotions and water and subconscious mind. So, what is your subconscious mind revealing to you in the deep depths of yourself? It was really a lot of interesting things that has been happening over the course of these past 2 weeks for me. So I know that there have been some interesting things that has been happening for the tribe as well. One thing was um I had went for a nature walk with my children and the tides were extremely low, right? So we experienced a low tide and that's normally something that happens when there is a new moon. It's low tide. When it's full moon, it's high tide because of the moon's gravitational pull in connection with the water. It will affect the water. So it does affect us, aka why they call lunatics, right? Lunar, the moon, right? Because it's all attributed to that moon cycle and those moon cycles peaking and decreasing at certain points in times and alignments. So yes, while there was a low tide, I noticed that the sea level was extremely low in the Bay Area. And we went to technically the bottom of the ocean, the bottom of the sea, where normally the water will be taller than me, right? It will be over 10 feet tall. But since it was low tide, we were able to be on the bottom of the ocean, the bottom of the bay, the bottom of the beach. And it was such an eerie, like different type of feeling. And there was so many treasures, right? There were so many different color rocks and so many seashells and so many crab shells and so many just different things. And I'm like, wow, like this is so beautiful, right? We never really get to see the bottom of the bay, the bottom of the ocean due to the water, right? And I feel like that's a message, right? There are certain things that you have been deep diving within yourself over the course of this winter season that you have revealed, right? There are certain treasures you went deep diving for, and you may have not even noticed it, but there are a lot of things that we learned. There's a lot of things that we gained. There's a lot of things that we got exposed to within ourselves and within others during these times. So, a little bit of homework, just really reflect on how much you have grown over this past couple of months, right? And reflect on yourself during this winter season. What are some things that you found valuable within yourself? What are some treasures that you found? What are some buried treasure that you found deep within yourself during this winter season? And they are now ready to be revealed. Okay. So this is all about you in that rediscovery of self, the return of yourself, the refund on certain things as well. Because I never received so much, like, and I hate to say this, but I never received so much money, like And it's not about money, but it's about the energy. It's about the currency. Like when before Jupiter went retrograde, things were, typically slow as far as abundance. But soon as Jupiter went direct, it was like Amazon sending me returns, right? I'm like, okay, I didn't receive my package. They're like, okay, we're gonna send you a refund for your item, and we're gonna send you the item. I'm like, okay, it's even more than you expected. Peace, Jay. So it's kind of like this unexpected abundance is coming in, and it's not even about money. There's unexpected gifts that we have been opening up to. There's unexpected physical gifts that are coming in as well. Like I said, unexpected things, unexpected returns, right? We in that tax season, so some people paying taxes, some people receiving taxes, and it's just this beautiful sense of this upgraded energy when you truly embody this abundance that lies from within. Like I said, you are that buried treasure, and there's little trinkets for you to retrieve. There's little gifts for you to retrieve when you deep dive within yourself. And there should be some type of abundance, some type of experience that you have had over the course of these last 3 months, this winter solstice energy that has really shifted you in a new way. Whether this is spiritual gifts coming online, whether this is a sense of clarity within yourself, whether this is a clarity on your soul mission, clarity on people and things that you may need to cut off or receive or be more open to. So it's a whole lot of different things that are coming out of the shadows to be revealed within ourselves and to be revealed within other things at this time. So this is really just a great time just to reflect on how much you have grown, how much you have learned, and letting that inner light shine and not letting anything hold you back, regardless of what certain circumstances may be. This is a time for us to really rise in our power, as it's the point of no return. We're about to start embodying the true full essence of this fire horse here, of this new year, in just a few couple of days. So this is kind of like just reflecting on that closure and mourning that old sense of self, and just giving yourself grace and showing yourself love as we venture off into this new beautiful rebirth, this new beautiful chapter that we get to write in at this time. Okay, so that's kind of the intro. Y'all already know I got some notes for y'all, and yeah, we about to deep dive into it. Okay, let me read the chat. um Tasha said, "You are not even lying. I know exactly what you mean, because I have been receiving so much money as well from sources I wouldn't have expected to." So this is where you really receive that return on investment, a refund on certain things. And this is physical and this is spiritual. This is financial. This is emotionally, right? If you've been deep diving within yourself, not suppressing your emotions, there is a emotional reassurance that you're feeling within yourself, emotional security, financial security. Like you should really feel this sense of overwhelming wholeness within yourself at the end of winter, due to you really going into that hibernation mode, due to you really deep diving within yourself, being in solitude, being in isolation, and really finding a sacred space and sanctuary for yourself during these times. And you should be able to be comfortable and confident with who you are and embracing this new sense of identity with this new moon in Pisces. Okay. So I love you guys. Let's jump into the notes. Again, don't forget to like, and yeah. All right. So just some things to start off this energy, some things that I said soon as I deep dove into this energy. I said the gem is being polished. Okay. So we are the gems, right? Like I said, this work, this pressure, this immense amount of pressure that we have been under this past winter cycle. It's like now we kind of get a breath of fresh air, and we are just being polished because we're getting ready to shine in Aries season. Okay. One thing I thought was pretty interesting was I was trying to do the chart right? Y'all know how, okay, I'm an astrologer, right? I'm an oracle, I'm all these things. So I was trying to look up the chart for this new moon in Pisces. And one thing was the normal place that I go to look at the chart, it was shut down. They're under maintenance. And I was so like, wow, okay, how am I going to read the chart if I don't have the actual chart in front of me? But Spirit said, you embodied the chart. You know exactly what planets are aligned. You know what planets are in what sign. Freestyle it. So I'm like, okay, this is something totally different, but this is a part of the message. There is something that you have been so comfortable with. There's something that you have been so used to doing or so used to having that may have been taken away, there's something that you've been used to being able to see that you can't see right now. And it's really to open up your eyes to your true power, and you being the tool, you being that flame, you having everything it is that you truly need. And it's nothing outside of you that can determine anything at this time. So I really thought that was pretty interesting, that I went to go look at the chart and I couldn't see the chart. So this is where you get back in tune with yourself and trust yourself and know that you have all of the tools, you have all of the things that you need to continue to go on your journey, regardless of it's something that you see or something that you can't see. And this is where you really get in tune with what you feel. This is all about the feeling of things, because we will normally feel things before we see things, right? And this, especially if you empathic, right? If you have that gift of discernment, right? I don't know, something just kind of feels off, right? You kind of get that feeling, your intuition, that gut knowing, that instinct, really listening to that and really embodying that at this time, because that's going to let you know before any receipt, any physical receipt comes in at this time. Okay. Um, I also said this is the closing of the snake. Okay, this is the closing of that last year. Like I said, we're going into this officially the fire horse year. As we start to go into spring energy, we're closing out that 888 gateway, and we are opening up a new gateway. As the gateway is open, right? This sun rising, the sun being in balance with the ecliptic plane, and getting more daylight and hearing the birds and the bees, and seeing the butterflies and watching certain things come to life again. It's really beautiful. So this is just really giving thanks and being grateful for how far you have come, and um just being in that gratitude energy right now, because a lot of people didn't make it, right? A lot of people, they don't have the same mind, they don't have the same heart and as we do. And this is where we really just be grateful and be thankful and appreciate ourselves, appreciate for how far we have come, because a lot of people folded already, and there are going to be a lot of things that we receive at the closing of the cycle. And one thing that is really making me think of is making me think of the Oscars. Even though we don't give a fuck about none of this matrix shit, I see symbolism in everything. And I love how at the closing, at the end of this chapter, we're going into this recognition, this karmic retribution, especially with that masculine energy, that sun energy, that man energy, right? So this is just really illuminating that dark side of yourself to really see your true worth, regardless of trinkets, regardless of trophies, regardless of rewards. We all know that movie was a good movie, especially if you've seen it, right? That's just the cherry on top. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of good things that are to come, especially as we go into Aries season. And it's just going to be like extra good, the cherry on top, right? And I say that because this new moon in Pisces is at the 28th degree, right? Meaning that it's 2 days before we go into Aries season. So it's the sense of this 8 and 2 energy, this 2 and 8 energy, this flip, this double up after you've doubled down on yourself. So a lot of us may have been taking a lot of losses. A lot of us may have sacrificed a lot to be here, but essentially all of those investments will pay off, especially if you've been making investments in yourself. Those investments are forever priceless. They will continue to feed you forever. right? If I invest in myself, meaning that I go buy a book to read, to study, right? That even if, okay, let's say I read the book is burnt, I still have that knowledge within my brain, within my subconscious forever. So those investments that we make in ourselves are forever priceless. So don't count yourself out at this time. Really do what you feel called to do when it comes to investing in yourself. And it isn't just a physical thing, right? This isn't just makeup, hair, haircut, new J's, new outfit. This goes beyond the exterior. This is internal fulfillment, right? Yeah, it's good to work out, but it's your physical body, but it's also good to work out your spiritual body, spiritual training. It's also good to work out your mental muscles, right? Reading, puzzles, strategies, things to test yourself. And that's initially what we have been going through over these past few months with this winter energy being so heavy, right? The heavy snow, the storms, right? Really just testing us in all ways to see if we are ready for this new spring, this new rebirth that we are all feeling at this moment. Okay. So, yes, I said this is the point of no return. I've been talking about that for a while. I've been saying I'm not going back to the strip club, Stevie. Right? If you know all about that love and hip hop with Stevie J and what's her name, Jocelyn, right? Jocelyn had just been introduced on the love and hip hop, and he will always threaten her, I'm gonna send you back to that strip club, and she'd be like, I'm not going back to that strip club, Stevie, you can't make me go, right? She was about ready to boss up on him and be like, I'm not going back to that strip club, right? So this is that energy. We are not going back to old ways, right? You couldn't go back even if you wanted to, right? All of the knowledge that you gain, all of the wisdom that you gain, all of the things that you have embodied, right? Even if you were to start over, even if everything was stripped away from you, you can never truly be starting over. You can never really hit rock bottom because there are so many experiences, there's so much knowledge, so much wisdom. There is so much that you have gained over the course of these years that you really could never go back. You can never go back. You can never be at the bottom. You can never just have nothing, right? So I said this is the point of no return because we have crossed over into somewhere new that we've never been, right? And we can never really go back. Things can never go back to the way how they used to, especially after 2020, right? There is a new energy that we all have been embodying, whether that was being called to a spiritual mission, called to an ancestral mission, called to love on yourself more, just really hearing these callings and answering the call, right? Many are called, few are chosen, and even fewer carry out those missions that it takes to elevate at this time. So really getting in tune with that and embodying that true sense of transformation at this time. Okay. I said this is the closure of all cycles. What was broken was upgraded. So I say this because a series of things in my house were breaking. I mean, the screws on the cabinets were just falling off. There was a leak in my shower head. I don't even know how the hell that happened. Had to get a new shower head, had to get some new screws, right? I got a new bed due to my old bed frame breaking, right? It was just time for a upgrade, right? So certain things were breaking in my house and I was noticing this. I'm like, damn, that's breaking. Damn, that's breaking. Like, well, what the hell's going on? And spirit was like, this is an upgrade, right? So certain things, they aren't as they seem, you guys. If there's something that's being broken, it is because it is being upgrade, right? So let's say you get your heart broken. It's for you to know what not to allow in your energy anymore. It's not a sense of, oh, woe was me, and oh, how naive was I, or I should have been, right? This is for you to reflect. I know not to, not pay attention to those red flags, not pay attention to those red signs, not deem myself less than worthy, because I am worthy, right? I am priceless, and I will continue to raise my vibration. I will continue to see myself as such. So anything that is broken, whether it's a vase, whether it's glass, whether it's something in a wall, this is really just time for us to upgrade, right? These things are being broken for them to be upgraded at this time. So try to look at things from a different perspective. If there is a lot of negative things going on, it's for you to alchemize those things, to raise that frequency up, to tap into a more positive way of being, thinking, doing, acting, seeing at this time. Okay. You have the blueprint. You are the blueprint. So if it is anything going on at this time, it's for you to figure out. And sometimes we may get into a time of overthinking, but this isn't a time to worry. This is a time to know that you got it, because you are the blueprint. If there's anything that seems a little outside of your reach, it's time to just kind of sit back and let those things attract to you. If there's something that seems a little overwhelming, this is time to just sit back, right? And think and strategize, right? You want to work smarter, not harder. Everything doesn't have to be so logical. Everything doesn't have to always be so fixed and planned and perfect. And it has to go this way, because as we know, life, sometimes things don't always go as planned. So this is about really getting in tune with knowing that you can make whatever you want a reality when you go with the flow, and also creating certain things for yourself, like routines that you can get in to kind of help relax if you do feel overwhelmed at this time. Okay. So you are the blueprint. Things from the deep depths has risen. Okay, so I kind of went over that a little bit during my intro. But yes, this is where things of the bottom of the sea be exposed, right? In the bottom of the sea, the bottom of yourself, right? As I was taking down my notes, spirit kept having me in the bottom of an ocean, right? And I could see certain creatures that I've never seen before. And I'm assuming that this is what, lurks in the deep depths of the ocean. There's certain parts of the ocean that human beings can't explore due to the pressure, due to how deep it is, due to how dark it is, right? At the deep depths, bottom of the ocean is pure darkness. It's pure, yeah, and you never know what the hell lurking down there, right? So it's all type of mystical and magical things, right? People lose treasure, right? Buried treasure, right? So it's just a lot of things that are coming up to be revealed for us to reflect on at this time, right? And this could be different aspects of yourself, different aspects of others, or just different things that need to be addressed at this time, right? Like I said, whether it's getting things fixed on your house, upgrades, or upgrades within yourself, right? I know I need to stop eating certain things. I know I need to stop strolling on my phone at night so I can get a good night rest. I know I need to detox. I know I need to start working out. I know I need to, right? So pay attention to all of these things and really act on those things, so that way you're able to make the best change for yourself at this time, okay? And I'm just speaking, okay? So don't shoot the messenger. If the message resonates, it resonates, all right? So yes, I said things from the deep depth have arisen for you to observe and detach. Detach to receive what is truly for you. This is where you hit the bottom of the ocean floor. And there are ancient creatures from the deep depths that are waiting to receive you. And I say that because, like I said, when you deep dive within yourself, when you do those detoxes, when you do that meditation, when you take accountability, when you do, when you get things done, have discipline and take that responsibility and ownership for things, you make your ancestors so proud, right? We are doing so much karmic justice, y'all. It is unfathomable the way that we are maneuvering through these energies with so much grace and so much determination. It makes our ancestors so proud, right? They're so happy that they cry tears of joy for us, and they really like show us favor, right? So there are certain things that we get as gifts, as opportunities by the way of the ancestors as well. And this is where we're going to see a lot of those things, right? So like I said, just being, shown favor with certain things that you haven't received. And this goes back into my intro as well, when I was talking about I didn't get certain things from Amazon I was supposed to get. I was supposed to receive a package of envelopes. I never got them. They said they delivered them. They didn't. So like I said, they gave me the refund and they shipped me out a whole nother package. So this is where you get shown favor for just being righteous, for just being who you are and putting in the work, right? I'm not getting over. I'm doing what's right, right? I could have easily finessed, right? I could have easily set up, but I didn't even have to, because they were like, wait a minute, you've been a loyal customer. Let's send her and let's give her, you know what I mean? So it's going to be a lot of things like that, a lot of mystical, magical things manifesting due to you putting in the work ancestrally, you putting in the work physically, you putting in the work spiritually. And this is where that karmic bank starts to runneth over at this time. Your cup shall runneth over at this time. What was once empty is now being fulfilled. It's starting to be full. And this is you. This is your heart. This is your soul. This is your spiritual currency, right? If you've been feeling a little lonely, if you've been feeling a little down, this is where you pick yourself up. This is where this is where your ancestors give you that confirmation. Source gives you that confirmation. You start to see and feel certain things that you never felt before, due to your heart, due to the purity of your heart, due to the clarity of your brain, clarity of your sight, clarity of your focus, and how determined you are. Yeah, you're going to get shown favor. There's going to be more pathways, more timelines, more opportunities for you than an average person, because you're doing more than an average person at this time, and you get shown spiritual favor. Yeah, I said it. Okay. Dare I say it? Okay, we get shown spiritual favor around here. Okay, highly favored, divinely guided, divinely protected at this time. Okay. So yes, a spiritual you is really starting to grow, is really starting to bloom, or really starting to blossom at this time. And this physical earth is starting to grow, it's starting to bloom, it's starting to blossom at this time. So really look at the polarity, really look at the opposition of things, because they're really in divine alignment with you and with what we're feeling at these times. Okay. You freed the mind of illusions to refill your imagination. Okay. So let me say that one more time. Okay. You freed the mind of illusions to refill your imagination, right? So like I said, during this winter, what were some things that you noticed that you had to let go? What were some things that came up for you to um break through illusions, right? There was so many things that came up for me over this Pisces, over this month, right? And over this winter season. I was like, wow, okay, I can't do that anymore. I can't act like this anymore. I can't, communicate with those people anymore. I can't go against my first mind anymore, because every time I do, I end up irritated, because I know I should have listened to my first mind. I should have listened to that first innate feeling that something felt off, right? But no, I'm trying to get to the bag, right? No, I'm trying to hurry up and rush, right? So being mindful of what your spirit feels, what you're feeling, what does your body say, what does your spirit say, because it's communicating with you at all times. And when you go against these certain things, that's when you go against yourself. Then you end up like, damn, I knew I shouldn't have did this in the first place. Damn, I knew I shouldn't have booked that event. Damn, I knew I shouldn't have did. Dang, I knew I shouldn't have gave this man my number, because he was going to blow me up, right? Oh, I knew I shouldn't have took, right? So you start to get in this, damn, I knew, right? All you had to do was listen to yourself. All you had to do was listen to your first mind. Your first mind is never wrong. Pay attention to when your first mind speaks to you. What happened every time you listen to your first mind? You was always right. So this is where you get in tune with spiritual training with yourself. Continue to listen to your first mind, y'all. Continue to listen to that, and don't let these outside things attach. Don't let these outside thoughts attach to that first mind to try to confuse you, to try to distort the illusion, the creative first vision that you had, because it's only going to throw you off of your path. Really stay in tune with that first initial thought, that first initial feeling, because it's a reason why it came first. And all these other, well, what if this and what if that? Well, that don't matter, because I'm following my gut instinct, I'm following my intuition, and these things always got me in the right path at this time. Okay, so make sure that you are freeing your mind of illusions to refill your imagination, because your imagination is going to give you that creative spark. Your imagination is going to help guide you to different places that those false illusions couldn't. Right, paying attention to discernment at this time, making sure you're very discerning. You weighing out the pros and cons of certain things at this time, and that way you aren't being tricked and deceived and caught up into something that isn't necessary at this time, because it is a lot of desperate people doing anything out here for currency, for clicks, for views, for likes, for money. And you don't want to get caught up in that sense of people that are doing anything for attention, right? Whether this is you doing things for attention or you paying attention to people who are doing anything for attention. Be very mindful of what you're consuming at this time, and consuming with your eyes, consuming with your mind, consuming with your ears, consuming with your mouth, consuming with energy in all layers, in all realms, in all aspects, because this is what's going to anchor us into this Aries season, is what we do now. We're pulling these things into our energy to help guide us throughout the rest of this year. So this is also a very pivotal point and a very pivotal moment for us to just pay attention, okay? And observe, continue to observe. We can get into action in about a week, but right now, Spirit really wants you to just kind of watch everything, watch who being desperate, watch who doing anything for anything, because everything is not for everybody, okay? All right, drop some gems in the chat. We got some bars. We got some things popping off. Okay. So yes, I said letting go of fear. If it is going to happen, it is going to happen. Okay. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. We're not worried about it. We're not gonna go over it in our minds. We're not gonna go over the different outcome. No, like I said, that first mind, that first initial thought, that first, pop, it just came out of nowhere. This brilliant idea, this brilliant, it's a reason why. Hold on to that. Do not worry if it is or if it isn't, because if it is or if it isn't, it doesn't matter. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it's in divine alignment, you will know, because it will just work easy. If it's not in divine alignment, there will be friction. There will be certain obstacles, multiple obstacles, to where you keep butting your head on it, right? Another perfect example. If it's in divine alignment, he wouldn't keep cheating on you, sis. This wouldn't be the 15th time you had to forgive him for cheating. It doesn't seem like it's in alignment. Okay? It wouldn't have to keep butting your head. If it was in alignment, you wouldn't have to keep going around 1,000 roadblocks, right? 1,000 detours. If it was in alignment, you would have a straight shot there. It will be coming to you at this time, and it will be easy. Okay. So we don't go against the will of source, the will of ourselves. We have the will, we have the power. We have the power of willpower. So you really want to get in tune with that. Whoa. I don't know if y'all just seen that. As soon as I was talking about the power, the light went dim. Woo, 111 in the chat. Okay. Yeah, this is all about your power. And as long as you're tapped in and tuned into your power, you know that what will be, it will be, and what won't, it won't. We don't worry. Okay. Letting go of fear. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Not worried about problems. We focus on solutions. And I said this because I'm so tired of all these goddamn spiritualists talking about problems, talking about fear. fear mongering, worry, worry, worry. Where are the fucking solutions at? Shut the fuck up if you ain't got no solutions for the tribe. Like, oh, the world's gonna end. Oh, they're gonna bomb this. Oh, it's gonna flood. Oh, well, nigga, where are the solutions at? Oh, we're gonna starve. Well, where's a farm? Plant some seeds, right? Build a boat. Where's your Noah's Ark, right? Get the hell out of Dodge. If you're scared, go to church. I don't want to hear it. I'm tired of people talking about all these goddamn problems. Shut the fuck up. Like, and that's how I feel about it, okay? We over here talking about solutions. If you got trauma, face your fears, right? The only way to heal your trauma is to heal yourself, get in tune, do the work, right? We don't just talk about the problems. And if we talk about the problems, we talk about solutions as well. Okay. So that's the type of time we on. We're not about to just keep on hearing people, the white man, the white man, the white man, the white man. No, the black man, the so-called black man, the natives, right? You the problem. Get on your shit. I don't want to hear no more about, take accountability, right? Worry about yourself. People so worried about the problems, right? Worried about fear. Niggas sounding like colonizers. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't want to hear it no more. I'm tired of it. So going into this year, if anybody's constantly talking about, this is for me. You can take this if it resonates or not. But I know I'm tired about hearing about all these goddamn problems with no solutions. Shut the fuck up. Like, that's the type of time I'm on, okay? And I'm all about reality. That's a whole nother thing too. It's the spirituality versus reality, right? Some people want to namaste their way into heaven, but they in Iran getting bombed on. It's a reality we gotta pay attention to as well, right? We can't just not pay attention to the negative as well. And people don't want to talk about the negative because they want to call it low vibrational. No, this is real. This is reality. There are things we have to deal with, yes, but I don't want to just hear about negativity without some type of solution as well. So we really got to find a balance with this spirituality and this reality energy when it comes to going into this new year, right? I'm low-key tired of it and I'm over it. I'm over it. Like, all these people just want to, a lot of people just acting out of desperation and they're saying anything for likes, anything for clicks, anything for views. And I'm done. I'm done. Like, I don't even be watching a lot of people because I'm just tired of it. I'm fed up. I'm overstimulated. I'm tired of it. And I'm not feeding into no more BS. If you really not talking about positivity, solutions, if you're not no entrepreneur, if you're not trying to help the collective in a good way without being manipulative and just wanting money out of the community, I really can't fuck with you on some real shit, because that's user energy. That's our favorite word, narcissistic energy. And we don't got time for narcissism. We about the collective, we about the community, and we breaking through illusions at this time. I could see right through people and I could tell, what do you want? What did you come here for? You don't, this go for family too. What are you calling me for? You never even call me. What do you want? Like, that's the type of time I'm on, y'all. Like, so if you not here to uplift the collective, if you not putting in some type of receptive, reciprocated energy, right? If you're not giving some type of good energy, some type of good currency, type of good vibration, right? Because currency just ain't about money. I'm talking about good energy, coming over here with good energy, connecting with me, pouring some, this goes beyond, oh, you look nice today. Nah, what's something like, what have you learned today? Like, talk, like, pop your shit for real. Like, if I'm pouring into you, you have to be pouring into me some kind of way. And that's the type of time I'm on going forward. Like I said, this is the point of no return, y'all. I'm tired of all that. I'm tired of it. So this is where you should be tired of it too. If it's something that's been weighing on your heart, if it's something that's not resonating, if it's something that you fed up with, why continue to deal with it? You deserve better. Your soul is asking for more. So why breadcrumb your spirit when your spirit is trying to lead you to gold nuggets and gold trinkets and gold treasure chests? We not going for it no more. Okay. All right. I just had to speak my piece one time because I'm so tired of it. I'm over it. That's why I be in my own little world, in my own little bubble, just reading books, drawing, writing, creating. I shipped out everybody packages today who ordered some tea. Okay, shout out to the Soul Tribe for those who ordered the tea. Yeah, your shipment is on the way, because we're really about helping the collective. We really about tapping in. If, like I said, we talking about problems, I got the solutions. If your ass can't sleep, I got some sleepy tea. If you want to tap into astral projection, tap into the tea. If you want to detox, right, you can go. I got some herbs for you if you're trying to detox and get rid of the parasites. We're not just going to talk about parasites for 2 hours and we ain't got no solutions. We're not just going to talk about the white man for 2 hours and we ain't got no solutions. Boss the fuck up or shut the fuck up. Period. Okay? Yeah. That's the type of time I'm on. All right? So, we're not worried about the problems. We are focused on solutions. If it is a problem, fix it and get it done. And I say that was true embodiment of the ancestors coming out, because the ancestors hate fucking excuses. Your grandfather, your grandmother, your great great didn't give a fuck. Take that trash out, cut that grass, wash them dishes. I don't want to hear no excuses. Period. Our ancestors were in the snow with teepees, killing bears, killing buffalo. Shut up about it being cold in winter, because your ancestors had much worse conditions. Okay, if you have slaves that were ancestors, you don't shut the fuck up complaining about your problems. Figure out a fucking solution. Okay, sorry if the children are watching. I apologize, but I'm triggered and I'm very passionate about this topic because I be so over it. Right? I'm a go-getter. I make shit happen. We don't talk about it. We be about it. I get it done. Okay. And if you about that action, you go and get stuff done too. You don't just sit there and complain about it. That's another thing too. I got tired about with trying to help people enlighten themselves. Oh, what's this and oh, what's that? No, you always have a choice. You always have an option. You want to focus. It's about what you focus on. So if you focus on a problem, I'm focused on a solution, right? I'm tired of having low energy due to low iron. So what am I going to do? I'm going to get some herbs so I can build up my iron. I'm tired of being sick. I'm going to get some herbs. I'm going to do some things to help build up my immune system. I'm not going to talk about how they're poisoning the system. We know they're poisoning the system. We know they're poisoning the air. We know they're poisoning the food. We know they're poisoning the minds of the people. These are things we already know. It's not nothing. And they've been doing this for centuries. So what are you going to do about it? Let's be the solution, not the problem. Okay. And that goes, like I said, back into the ancestors, because our ancestors didn't have a lot of options, not as many options as we do. And they got things done. What? How many times have y'all heard y'all? Oh, I had to walk 10 miles to school. I had to walk 5 miles for water. What? What are you talking about? We don't even know them type of problems and type of struggles. So your ancestors don't care about your excuses. Your ancestors want you to get it done. They don't care what you got to do. You the chosen one. Figure it out. Okay. You figure it out. You got this. All right. Continue to uplift yourself with positive messages and positive vibes and positive vibrations. You can do it. All right. Okay. Now, physical. Oh, thank y'all. Shout out to the tribe. Okay, shout out to the chat. Drop them gems on me. You're getting a little feisty. Okay, they're a little feisty on it. But this is real shit. People, and everybody is different. I'm not, coming for nobody or talking about nobody. I'm just saying I'm a realist as much as I'm a spiritualist. You can't just tell people to quit their jobs because they don't like where they're at, and source is going to provide for them. And then what you gonna do when they ain't got no money for rent? You don't just leave. You don't just tell people to cut. What? Are you retarded? Like what? That's not being realistic. That goes into illusions. That goes into psychosis. Okay. You can't just. Thank you so much, Celine, for the Cash App. I appreciate you sending you that back tenfold. Gratitude. But that I'm just keeping it real. Okay. You're supposed to have people set up certain things before they just cut everything off. So I be over it. I be over it. That's why I'm like, you know what? Let me just go back to my little bubble, because they gonna tell you to quit This job pays you $1 million. They're going to tell you to quit your $1 million job for the company because source is going to provide for you. And then you be out there homeless. Now, I'm not saying source won't provide for you, but you need to set up certain things that's unrealistic. You need to have certain things set up first before you just up and quit. Don't be lit. I hope y'all not listening to all of these people if it don't resonate, y'all. Some stuff just be sounding crazy as hell. I'm just like, yo, if I was to quit what I'm doing right now because I didn't feel like it was right, how would I provide for me and my children? And that's me just being real. I'm just being real. Okay. Source is going to provide a way. How, Sway? You ain't got the answer. You ain't got all the answers, Sway. Some of these people ain't got all the answers, and I ain't got all the answers too. Okay. So if it's any type of way that you've been feeling about certain people, certain things just ain't adding up, something just don't make no sense, it's a reason why. Like I said, this goes back to listening to yourself, goes back to listening to your intuition. Your intuition is going to tell you something completely from what somebody else is. Because maybe, look, they're on a whole nother different timeline. They're on that $1 trillion timeline where they can just quit what they're doing and source is going to provide for them. I'm not on that timeline yet. Okay. I'm still trying to make it out the hood, out the gutter. Okay. I'm surviving pretty damn well where I'm at. I'm very thankful for where I'm at, but let's be realistic too. We got to be realistic about spirituality too. Because that's what get a lot of these people caught up in that psychosis shit. Thinking you can just do certain things and everything is going to be, yes, that's a reality, but not in my reality. Not right now. I got to continue to work. I got to continue to, if I want lights and bills paid, sorry. Namaste, queen. I'm right there with you. In a space, in a time and place, in a different timeline, I'm there. But realistically, I have to provide for me, myself, and my children right now. Okay. So we got to find a balance between this reality and spirituality thing. And don't let these people gas you up. Don't let these people gaslight you out of your spot and trick you out of your spot. Okay. Do what feels right to you. Do what feels right for you at this time. Because it's going to be a whole, like I said, people about to start getting desperate. These gas prices rising, inflation's rising, everything's going to start rising. You're going to see people saying ridiculous things, doing ridiculous things, posting ridiculous things. And all of it won't be AI. Okay. So be very mindful. Like I said, if you watch my last live, everything I said in that video, mostly everything came true within the next 24 hours. So be very mindful, y'all. We're going to start seeing some crazy things, especially when people know you are spiritually high ranked. They just want to be in your energy. They just want to be in your aura. Don't let these people findangle you, finesse you, trick you. Okay? If it resonates with your spirit, if it resonates with your heart, do it. Listen to it. But if something don't feel right, like, that don't really make sense to me. Listen to that. Okay. All right. That's I'm done with that. All right. So physical, physics, emotional guidance. Let those emotions guide you. Let that empathy guide you. Let your physical being guide you because it's guiding you off of your senses. Like I said, you sense something not right, right? These people saying certain things, it's not really resonating. It's a reason why, right? Then a couple of months, you come and find out they were scamming the whole time. They were scamming. Okay. So you really want to pay attention because I knew something was off with Nature Boy. You got 10, all these groups of girls and these groups of women, and you talking about you curing certain things, but what is that on your lip, bro? What's going on here? It's about love and light in the tribe, and I'm in nature. But you got to spend 10 bands to come. 10 bands? We're in nature. We're in the tropics. What do I need to give you 10? Something's not adding up. Discernment, you felt it in your chest, you felt it in your gut. You better listen. I'm telling y'all, I don't know what type of spiritual righteous teacher is about to get caught up in some bullshit, But somebody's about to get called out on their bullshit. I don't know who it is, but somebody's been finessing for a mighty long time. Okay. And everything's about to come to a head. All right. So be very, very mindful at this time. That's all I'm gonna say. Trust your intuition, trust in your internal compass. Okay, because that's going to guide you in the right direction. And like I said, if there's certain blockages, if there's certain things that aren't going as they should, it's for protection. These things are for divine protection. A no is for divine protection, right? It's okay to say no. Can you come do no? Are you available? No. See, we so loving, we so open, we have such big hearts. We want to say yes, we want to do, we want to give, we want to. Sometimes you got to pour back into yourself and just say no and free yourself. You know how freeing to tell somebody no is after you've been saying yes all of your life? What about you? What about your peace? What about your serenity? I got to take care of the whole. What about no for yourself? Okay. So be very mindful. Some of these people, like I said, they're very manipulative, they're very using. And sometimes they hide behind spirituality to trick you, to deceive you. So you have to be very, very careful about who you let in your energy. That's why I always say, shout out to the soul tribe. And I thank y'all for trusting me because y'all feel that sincerity. Y'all feel the pureness. Y'all feel my intentions. Y'all feel my heart. Y'all know I'm coming from a very caring place when I speak and when I say certain things. So be very mindful because some people will trick you and deceive you, and you won't know it until your ass is backed up in that corner and it's too late. Okay, y'all. All right, I'm just message for somebody. I don't know who needed to hear that. Okay, get them likes up, drop them gems for your girl, because a lot of loving light people, they're not gonna say this shit. They're not gonna even bring it up. All right. Let your emotions guide you. That empath that you are, the empathy that you have, that compassion that you have, and that passion that you have. See, this is passion. When I'm speaking like this, when I'm getting loud, when I'm yelling, it's because I'm passionate about the collective. And I be so tired watching people get manipulated and tricked and lied to and finessed and fandangled out of fear and out of lack of knowledge. I be so tired of it. I give so much freely, and I know it gets given back to me effortlessly because this is what I do. Okay. So don't let certain things finesse you, fandangle you, and trick you out your spot at this time. Okay, and don't let certain things distract you either, because this goes into scammers, right? This goes into the people calling, hey, you have an outstanding balance of da 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 da, right? They send in the fast track emails looking just like fast track. They calling you, they texting you, right? This is Amazon. This is YouTube. This is the scammers and all at an all-time high, y'all. They didn't got smarter. The AI in there now. So it's looking legit. You better be careful and trust your intuition. So let your compassion and your passion of things guide you. And it's going to guide you to yourself. You are the medicine. A new you is reforming at this time. And there will be a reform on medicine. Okay. So as I was deep diving into this energy, I kept picking up on like medicine, like a whole bunch of medicine being recalled, a whole bunch of food products being recalled, a whole bunch of herbs, like, and what I'm getting is there's certain stores, certain big stores that sell herbs and sell oils and sell medicinal things. There's going to be a huge recall on those things because a lot of those things have been tampered with. A lot of those things aren't what they say they are, and a lot of those things have been repackaged with different brand names and are not authentic. Okay, so be very mindful of the certain herbs and medicines and things that you guys get from certain big brands, because like I said, this all goes back to manipulation and this all goes back to money. Most of these big companies don't give a fuck about the customer. They don't care about the customer. All they care about is the dollar, right? They still going, it still goes into big pharma, right? That goes back into like the almond milk, right? The almond milk still got gum. It still got chemicals in it, right? Almond milk, plant-based milk is only supposed to have less than 5 ingredients. It's not supposed to have 1,001 ingredients, and them things gonna make you sicker than the fucking milk, right? So be very mindful of all of these things. Yeah, Sprouts. It's a whole bunch of other places. It's not just Sprouts. And like I said, these are herbs because they know health is wealth. They know that the collective is conscious. They know the collective is onto their schemes, onto their manipulation, right? Onto their drugs, right? So people, of course, when people know better, they want to do better. They want to heal themselves. They want to make a healthier alternative. So these big pharmas are getting onto the healthier alternatives as well, and just changing the name of the same brand, right? It's damn near not even organic. It's all a fraud. It's all a fake because we in a system to get your money, right? The matrix, the tricks of it all, the illusion of it all, right? So this is where, yeah, growing your own food, growing your own plants, growing your own herbs, doing research, tapping in with farmers, tapping in with people who actually are out in the field, out in the mines, doing things so that way you know what the hell you're getting at this time. It's going to be a big thing, y'all. It's going to be a big, big thing. That's going to be like a theme that we're going to get ready to go into. But I digress because a lot of people, some people don't care, and I'm not imposing my beliefs on y'all. Like I said, I'm passionate. If it's something that I know, I'm gonna enlighten y'all too. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be a medicine reform, right? This is where certain medicines, right? The side effect for the medicine for the side effect because of the side effect of the medicine. It's gonna be all of that stuff coming up, y'all. So be very mindful of these things. Get in tune with holistic healers, holistic wellness, Chinese medicine, right? You never really see Chinese people going through these things. Why? Because they're still in tune with their traditions. You never really see Indians and Iranians and Arabs because they're into their natural to traditional herbs and medicines and remedies. We as collective brown, black, African American, so-called African, we got to get back in tune with this stuff. And they made it harder for us because they deemed all of this shit witchcraft, hoodoo, voodoo, root work. So they made us afraid to tap in with fucking herbs that grow out the ground. What? They made us afraid to tap in with our ancestors and call them the devil. What? Nah. This is where we take our power back, y'all. We got to stop feeding into the fear of every fucking thing. And if this message resonates, you already know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't even mean to cuss, but I'm upset. I'm upset. Like I said, I'm passionate about this shit. When I came up on this knowledge, I was like, what? All of this stuff is poison. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Khalees, for the Cash App donation. Sending you that love and light right back tenfold. Like I said, I'm very passionate, y'all. I love this. I love what I do. I'm gonna start crying. I don't know why the hell I'm so emotional today, but I really care about this because if you were chosen when you already know this shit was so fucking hard. It was so hard to be enlightened. It was so hard to learn about herbs. It was so hard to break out of the norm. It was so hard to get in tune with your ancestors and lighting an altar without your family members calling it demonic or calling you crazy, or it was just so much we had to overcome. And you not eating chicken, you not eating what, like being made fun of. This shit was so fucking hard to break out of, y'all. So if it's any chance that I get, I come up on some knowledge. I just want the best for the tribe. I just want the best for my people, right? So if it's something that, yeah, they sprayed some damn chemtrails in the sky, you better hurry up and go to the dam, go run whatever errands you need, because when them chemtrails come down in about 3 days, your ass gonna be acting crazy, you're gonna be itching, you're gonna be feeling some type of way. Watch how many people start driving crazy on the road. Yeah, pay attention to all of this stuff. And I really want to enlighten the people. This is why I made a YouTube, to enlighten the collective, to help enlighten the collective with the things that I was seeing, and to let me know that I'm not going fucking crazy, because y'all see the same shit too. Y'all been through the same stuff too. So y'all already know, right? And that's why we scattered everywhere, because we're supposed to light up a certain location, right? I'm here to light up my area. You're there to light up your area, light up your location. And then we link up after we've been in that sacred solitude, after we mastered ourselves, after we got in tune with ourselves, got in tune with our identity without needing external validation, gratification, attention, right? Then we link up with our soul tribe, and we're able to vibrate in that frequency authentically and just resonate and raise a vibration of the collective, with the healing work, with the grid work, with the love, with the knowledge, with the wisdom that we are and taking on at this time. Like it really goes so deep. And it'd be hella funny because my family noticed now. But at first they were like, what? They didn't understand. But I stopped talking and I started to embody it. So now they see it. Now they see my light. They be like, damn, Diamond, you glowing. Damn, Diamond, you how you know about that? They'll come to me asking me things because it's different now. It's different now. We've been so passionate about the work that we do, and we embodied the work. We embodied the light. We are embodiment of the light, of enlightenment. Embodied enlightenment. Bars, y'all. Okay. I'm done ranting. This new moon energy. Be mindful of y'all emotions. Okay. I might feel a little emotional, very passionate. It's gonna be some very passionate energy that come up, okay, during this new moon. I'll be the sacrificial lamb. I'll go first. Okay. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable and show all different sides and facets of myself. Like I said, I'm not always love and light. Sometimes it's darkness and fight. Sometimes it's very passionate. Sometimes it's very loving. Sometimes it's very peaceful, and yeah, no, we're not gonna pay attention to the trolls. And then other days I'm cussing out the trolls in the chat because I'm me and I'm real. Okay, this is me authentically. So be your authentic self. Who cares what people think? Who gives a fuck? I don't, right? What you eat is what you eat. What they eat don't make you shit. Continue to be yourself authentically. You either gonna love it, resonate with it, vibrate with it, keep on going up higher, and that's it, and that's all. Okay. Okay. So, yes. Again, you are the medicine. Okay, because it's all got into the medicine reform. We deep diving into rabbit holes today. Okay, well, without one fuck to be given, I don't care. Well, yeah, we on that type of time today. Okay, so I said you are the medicine, a new reform of self and medicine. As the gas prices go up, your spiritual energy goes up. Okay, because whatever is happening in the physical also happens in the spiritual. So, like I said, the gas prices are going up. That means that there's a spiritual currency, a spiritual energy that is going up. You could feel it in the ethers. This energy feels so dense, y'all. It's so fucking heavy. What? Watching people crash out at the grocery store, watching people crash out on the street, watching people road rage, watching people arguing over nothing, right? Be mindful of that, because they feeling this energy and they don't know how to maneuver through it, right? I'm feeling the energy. I'm channeling the energy. And I know how to alchemize the energy. Why? Because of spiritual training, because of meditation, because of breath work, because of spiritual initiation. We've had to come into spirituality. So we know how to alchemize certain energy when it's dense, heavy energy coming in. Woo! Okay, I'm feeling a little more irritated than I normally do. Let me ground myself. Let me ask myself for patience. Let me take a deep breath. Right? Ooh, I'm feeling a little more sexually aroused today. Right? Let me draw. Let me create. Let me take a cold shower. Let me get in the bath. Right? Because I might say some things to somebody I don't really mean. I'm just catching a vibe. Okay. So be very mindful of all of these energies that you feel, right? I'm feeling a little more sensitive today. Let me not put on those sad ass movies because I'm going to be here crying. Okay. Holla if you hear me, chat. Drop some gems on me. Am I talking to myself? Do I sound crazy? Am I tripping? Am I tripping, y'all? Am I being too emotional? So should I tone it down and just read the notes? Or is it resonating? If it's resonating, please drop a wave, a water droplet, something to let me know I ain't over here tripping and going crazy and ranting for no apparent reason. Because, baby, this energy, you're going to have to go for a walk. You're going to have to work out. You're going to have to play some nice healing vibrational music on point. Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm just letting you know this is how this energy is going to come in. And like I said, at least we are aware of the current energies. There's going to be people that aren't aware and they're just going to be flashing and crashing out, not knowing what the fuck is going on. Meanwhile, we have been observing, looking back, and getting in tune with that. We're going to be able to feel it as soon as we wake up. Ooh, that's a certain wave coming in that I can feel. Let me meditate. Let me ground myself. And then you're going to go out throughout the day and you're going to watch that same energy play out everywhere you go. You're going to be like, okay, I wasn't tripping. I was in tune. So let me continue to pay attention to the energies and the vibrations that I feel, because this spiritual energy is very, very heavy and is very, very charged up, especially right now as we're starting to go into spring at this exact moment. Okay. Hold on, y'all, because yes, Papa.
Do you know where the phone is?
I don't. I thought you had it.
No, I don't think I had it.
Okay. You got to give me 1 second. Okay. All right, y'all. So, where was I on the notes? Okay. As the gas prices go up, your spiritual energy goes up. Traveling will be a theme, right? Because if the gas prices are going up, that means, that road trip is going to be a little bit more expensive. That means those flights are going to be a little more expensive. That cruise is going to be a little bit more expensive. Everything is going to be a little bit more expensive. Travel is going to be a theme. Now, this takes me back to my fire horse energy reading I did like about 3 months ago. And I said travel was going to be a theme. Travel was going to be a theme. Okay. A lot of confirmation in the readings I'll be doing. So I really hope y'all be paying attention and taking notes when y'all feel called to, because a lot of things are about to play out that we have all been feeling. We have all been prophesizing about. Pay attention to those dreams. Pay attention to those messages, the messengers, the ones that you resonate with, the true ones, the real ones, the ones who are able to see things from all perspectives and be realistic and spiritual. Because someone on either spectrum, they're not going to be able to see it holistically, right? Like Sister Mara say, have a holistic point of view. Otherwise, you're not seeing the whole picture. You're not seeing the whole view. You're only looking at one piece of the puzzle. You're not looking at the whole bigger picture. Okay. So that's going to be a thing. Travel is going to be a thing physically. Okay. So if there's physical restrictions on travel, that means there's going to be unlimited spiritual traveling, right? AKA the portal is open, the gateway is open. Okay. Meaning that you're going to be able to astral travel anywhere, astral projection anywhere. And I say this because, like I said, all this week I've been able to astral project. I've been remembering all of my dreams. I've been lucid dreaming. I've been having outer body experiences. Okay. And I will say the tea that I concocted is what helps, because I was doing it, but not like I have been recently, because I've been drinking the tea that I made, because I put special herbs and special mixes and special blends to help you astral project, to help you lucid dream, to help you dream recall. So if there is a sense of this lockdown on physical travel, that means that there's going to be an opening on spiritual travel. And if you have access to that, you will be able to travel freely to any realm, to any dimension, to any timeline, to any grid that you choose to during these times. Okay. So tap in. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing plant medicine is going to be a theme, and not just for colors and psychedelic and I want to see shit. No. If you tapping into medicinal plant medicine, it better be for healing, because just like you think you doing them plant medicines will do your ass. So don't abuse the plants. Have respect for the plants, because those plants are entities. Those plants are spirits. That's why some people be having bad trips, because you got too much shadow work that your ass ain't addressed. So that's why you seeing clowns on a roller coaster upside down in the dark, and demons. Them is your demons you haven't addressed. Get it together. Get it together. Okay. Like I said, we take accountability over here. We take accountability and we do the work. Okay. So shout out to this whole tribe. Spirit just got me going in. I'm all for it. But like I said, travel physically will be a thing, and astral travel will be a thing. So if you want to tap into that, you can, purchase some of my tea. That's on my website. And that is the link to that is down in the description box below. Because right now, what a lot of us are doing, we are cracking the codes to our soul. We are cracking the codes to our own blueprint right now. We're cracking the codes to the matrix. Yeah, we hacking the matrix right now. It's certain things a lot of us aren't supposed to be doing. A lot of us not supposed to be where we at due to where we came from. Certain things wanted to hold us back, but these niggas can't hold us back, like Rick Ross said. Okay, these niggas can't hold me back. Yeah, we done pushed through a whole lot. Can't nothing really stop us. So continue to be the cure at this time. Continue to push through at this time. Continue to hold yourself accountable at this time, because that's what's going to continue to make you stronger during these hard times, during these dark times. You be the light. You be the strength. You be the positive. You continue to be yourself. Continue to be authentically yourself. That's what's going to help you stand out with 333 on the clock. All right. And you're going to continue to be shown spiritual favor in the midst of a war, in the midst of chaos, wondering why you still feeling bliss, why you still feeling happy, why you still feeling good about yourself, because you've been elevating on all levels, and nothing can really hold you back unless you allow it. And you're not allowing none of this BS to weigh you down. I know I'm not. Okay. Yeah, I may rant and talk a good game, but baby, I'm so very happy. I'm so happy. I'm so enlightened. I'm so in love with myself. I'm so in love with the world. I'm so in love with nature and how far we have come on our journey. Like, we really should be so proud of ourselves. We've made it through some things we wasn't supposed to, y'all. A lot of us not supposed to be awakened. We're awake in America. We're conscious in America. What? How we do that? How we do that one? That's how you know our spirits don't play about us. That's how you know our ancestors don't play about us. That's how you know we are some ancient beings, some ancient vessels, some ancient spirits in this body for us to be awake and conscious in the times where they are fighting to keep people asleep, fighting to keep people sick. We had the audacity to heal ourselves. We had the audacity to question things and think outside of the box. Oh, you a chosen one for real. You chose yourself. You chose to elevate. You chose to do the work. Okay? Baby. Thank you so much, William, for becoming a member in a mirror. Ooh! You heard, did y'all hear that fumble of the word I said? And I said, thank you so much for becoming a mirror. Oh, I think I'm gonna start saying that. Thank you so much for becoming a mirror. I see you. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the Soul Tribe. Shout out to the members. Shout out to everybody who's donating. Okay. I value you. I see you. You gonna, when, like I said, when you come over here on my channel, you're gonna get good, you're gonna get bad, you're gonna get real, you're gonna get spirituality, you're gonna get a little bit of healing, you're gonna get some constructive criticism, you're gonna get love, you're gonna get it all. But one thing you won't get is no fake BS over here. All right. Okay. All right, now get them likes up for me. And drop some gems or some flame. Drop your favorite emoji in the chat. Okay, you said I love you. I love your energy. I love you too. I sending you that love right back. Okay, because I'm just being my authentic self. Like I said, I'm not always peace, wholeness, love, and light all the time. No, I woke up. I want the smoke today. I said, "Ooh, it's hot today." I said, I said, "I gotta get outside." I said, "Oh, it's hot outside." I said, "Oh, here we go." I get a little fiery when it gets hot. I get a little passionate. I talk a little shit every once in a while. Is that okay if I talk a little shit? Can I be myself? Or do I gotta come on here acting like acting like this and everything is great, you guys? And no, it's no war. There's no all of the children. There's peace on earth. And there's no evilness at all. There's no evil. I see no evil. Nah, nigga. Because if you want it, you can get it. I got all the smoke. Don't fuck around and find out over here. Okay, I am with the peace, but I'm with the shit too. All right. So yeah, and I'm with the spiritual work before everything. I'm really about the spiritual work. Okay, you gonna get the spiritual work today. Y'all gonna get the spiritual work today. Okay. So yes. I said, we are cracking the codes to receive the blueprint due to trial and error. We are cracking the codes to the blueprint due to trial and error. Like I said, those experiences, those trials, those triggers, those tribulations, those obstacles, baby, help you crack the code to yourself. You had to go through those things. You had to go through that pressure to make you a diamond. You have to go through those weights, those heavy weights to lift in the gym to make your muscles stronger, to make you stronger. This is all the makings of you. So all of those things that you've experienced, all of those lessons, right? All of those losses, you already know what we do over here. Those losses ain't lessons. Them lessons is blessings. Those losses aren't losses at all. They are lessons. And we learn from those lessons, and those lessons become blessings because we grow from those lessons that we have learned, from those experiences that we have had. Okay. It's a very powerful, magical time that we are in right now. And if you're able to feel it and alchemize it, you can come out on top of this energy. You can come out riding this wave and be the alchemist and the magician and the high priestess and the high priest and the chosen one that you really want to be. Because it's not all fake. It's not all facade at this time. Thank you so much, Tamisha, for the PayPal. I'm sorry, for the Cash App. Thank you. You sent me the little fish. You said for the Pisces energy with the fishes. Yes, babe, because we deep. This is a real energy reading. We getting into all of the energies. Okay. So thank you so much for that. Sending you that love and light right back. I appreciate y'all so much. Tenfold, tenfold, tenfold. Okay. So yes, we are cracking the codes, those trials and errors you had to go through, but they put you on a right track this time. Okay. You got it right this time. And I say that because this life that we're living is not just from one lifetime. This is from many, many lifetimes, many past lives that a lot of us have lived. A lot of us are very old souls. A lot of us are ancient souls. A lot of us are ascended masters. Okay. And this lifetime, we came here and we incarnated for multiple reasons. One of the main reasons that we came here and we incarnated was to get this shit right this time. And we got it right this time. We got it right this time, y'all. We've been collecting pieces over eons, over decades, over. Thank you so much, Copious, for the Cash App. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Sending you that love and light right back. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all gonna make me cry. Y'all know I'm emotional. This energy, this Pisces energy, got me in my feelings. Okay. I appreciate you so much. Sending you that back tenfold. You already know how we do. Salute to the tribe, salute to the members. But we have been doing this for many, many lifetimes, and we got it right this time, you guys. We've been collecting puzzle pieces over these past couple of lifetimes. And now we're able to see the bigger picture in this lifetime, meaning that a lot of us realize that it's not about us. That hit my whole heart chakra. It's not about us. And I say that because it's about the legacy of the generation. It's about the bloodline. It's about the lineage, right? Regardless if you fuck with your family or not. If you care about the lineage and the legacy and the generations to be, you're putting in this work not only for you, but for the star seeds of the future, right? We are the ancestors now. We are the spirit guides now. We are guiding spirits. We are leading spirits, right? We are helping our ancestors. We are helping our future ancestors. We are helping ourselves. We are helping ourselves, our cellular structure. This goes beyond us. This is so deep, y'all. And if you really putting in the work, there are some things that you have done during this lifetime. I'm telling you, it's so powerful that you will be highly rewarded for. You'll be spiritually and physically rewarded for, because your ancestors couldn't do it. This would make me so emotional doing this shit, because there are some things our ancestors couldn't do. There are some things our parents couldn't do. It wasn't the time, it wasn't the place. They had to go through their cycle, go through their lineage, they had to play their part. We're playing our part by breaking these generational curses, y'all, by healing ourselves, by doing the ancestral work, by doing the research, by investing in certain things is going to help us help the future, help the world, help ourselves. Is different, and it's bigger than what we think it is. And it goes beyond, and it goes deeper than what we can even fathom, what we can even imagine. Okay? So that's why I be so passionate about this, y'all, because I really love this. I really love doing this. I really love doing this healing work. I really love doing astrology. I really love doing readings. I really love what I do. That's why I be pouring into this the way I do. I didn't even know it's been an hour and a half. I'm just on here just talking. But this is real shit though. And we're going to see some things transform within this next week. I've been telling y'all going to feel it. Y'all going to see the changes. It's going to be hot weather. It's going to be certain things happening because of the shift. Okay. All right now. Whew. So we got it right this time due to the work that we've been putting in. And due to the way that we communicate with our soul, due to the way that we communicate with our spirits, with the way of our hearts, with the way of our emotions, with the way of ourselves and beyond. Like I said, this is so powerful what we are doing. It goes beyond this realm of existence. It goes beyond our realm of acknowledgement of what we even know. Because we'll do something just for, let's say, I'm gonna use myself as an example. I just want to boost my immune system, right? I'm tired of getting sick. I want to boost my immune system, right? So I may do some research on things that help boost your immune system, right? Now I've boosted my immune system. So now I'm not getting, sick as often. So now I have that information, investments being priceless, investing in yourself being priceless, because now I can pass that on to my future seeds, who will then pass that on to their future seeds, and so on and so forth. And now, like I said, they have the blueprint for healing. One blueprint, one line, one receipt. And that's just an example. So that's what I mean about us communicating with ourselves, right? And being honest with ourselves, that we're able to break through certain things generationally. Okay, that was just a full circle thing of everything that I've been talking about. Okay, you guys? Okay, so you got it right this time due to the way that you communicate with your soul, with your spirit, with your heart, with your emotions, with yourself, and beyond. The lotus is rising from the mud. Woo! Come on now. The lotus is rising from the mud. Powerful, powerful, powerful. I'm talking about you. I'm talking to you. Lotuses, lilies, they form in the murkiest, in the muddiest, in the dirtiest, in the darkest of the waters. They are so sentient. They follow the sun. When the sun sets, they set, they descend into that murky darkness, dirt, water. But as they deep dive, they are protected. They are closed, right? And they descend and they sit there and they intake all of the nutrients, all of the minerals, until the sun rises and they rise again and they open up, right? 1,000-petaled lotus, right? Your crown is opening, your mind is opening, your heart is opening, your body is opening, your gifts are opening. You're opening up to your gifts, you're opening up to yourself, you're opening up to your spirit. This is so deep, y'all. Like I said, if you can feel it, you can feel it. I've been feeling it. And it's a feeling, it's an inner knowing. It's an energy, it's an electricity, it's a fire, it's a water, it's the air, it's all of the elements, it's ether. And if you can feel it and harness it and alchemize it, you can make it do what you want it to do. But we are rising. We have risen. Regardless of where you're at physically, this is about your consciousness. Because that's all the government really wants. They want your consciousness. They want your mind. If they got your mind, they got you. Yeah, the head of the snake. Chop off the head of the snake and the body follows. Well, if you control the head of the snake, the body will follow. So that's what this has been about. This is about us breaking free of those old illusions. to gain back control of our minds, to gain back control of our consciousness, our subconsciousness, and our unconscious minds at this time. We are aware, we are alert, and we have risen. So even if we do pass on, even if we do transcend, I take my consciousness with me. I take my spirit with me. I take my soul with me. And that in itself is priceless, baby. Okay? They can never have my soul. Okay? And never. Ever. The point of no return. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? I digress. A little bit of numerology. Okay? You're going to be seeing a lot of angelic numbers, numeric numbers, patterns, synchronicities, signs, vibrations, geometric patterns, orbs. But if you've been seeing certain angel numbers, then you are most definitely aligned with this energy. And it's not just every once in a while, it's kind of been overwhelming, an overwhelming sense of signs, symbols, and synchronicities. That's how you know that you're aligned with spirit and spirit is communicating with you. And you're being bombarded with signs because you've been working overtime. You've been working overtime with your spiritual assignments. And so we have to give you multiple signs of communication, multiple signs of confirmation that you are on the right track and doing what you're supposed to be doing at this time. So that's why a lot of you have been bombarded with angelic frequencies and angelic numbers and signs and symbols at this time. You are the cause, you are the effect. Okay? All right, now. Numbers that you may see or you have seen. Eights, eights, eights. Eights will be a thing. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. My star seeds. All right. So eight, 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 eight kept popping up this whole time. And I say that because the new moon and the sun are at the 28th degree, right? 28, 2 8s, right? 8. The North Node, and I believe Mercury are both at the 8th degree, right? So when I looked at the chart, and I was calculated from my own perspective because the charts wasn't working, so I had to do the chart calculations in my mind, which was pretty dope because this is how our ancestors had to do it. They didn't have electronics, they didn't have electricity, they didn't have astral.com to just go look up where the planets were at. They had to look up at the actual stars and do calculations that way. So I thought that was pretty dope. I shade to the ancestors. This is why I got into astrology in the first place, because I loved how they navigate the stars, navigate the seas by using the stars. So I really wanted to tap into that. Okay. Navigating and finding my way with the stars and alignments in the sky versus technology. But I digress from myself and from my ego and getting back into the chart. Now, the North Node and Mercury are at the 8th degree. Okay. When this alignment happens, when this new moon in Pisces will happen, and the moon and the sun are at the 28th degree, right? So when I was calculating the chart, it will read 2 8 8 8. It will read 2 8 2 8 888 on a chart. So when I'm looking at the chart, all I see is 888. I see 222, right? So though, like I said, the numerology, numbers, frequencies will be speaking to you, right? I was looking at some of my bank statements. I was looking at some of my payments. I was looking at how much money I was spending, how much, because I got to do my taxes, right? So one of my payouts read it read 3232335. So number synchronicities. Another one said 77755. Okay. On my way to drop off y'all packages today, shout out to the Soul Tribe who've been buying the tea, buying sessions, buying jewelry, buying crystals. I love y'all so much. I shipped out y'all packages today. On my way to drop off y'all packages, just so y'all know I ain't lying, because I ain't gotta lie about a goddamn thing. I ain't even press nobody. But I was like, no, I can't believe this shit. I couldn't believe it myself because, like I said, everything that I have been looking at was speaking to me in numeric frequencies. Look at this, y'all. This is on my way to go drop off packages today. One 6 6 9 6 6 6. And what's today's day? Isn't today the 16th? Huh. Interesting. Okay. So yeah. When I be speaking, when I be going in, when I be channeling, when I be saying stuff, I don't be talking out the side of my neck, y'all. I be speaking when I'm like, y'all gonna be getting bombarded with, because these are things that have been happening to me as well. I really be speaking from the collective, okay? Collective consciousness. Okay? It's y'all, confirmation. You're gonna be receiving a lot of confirmation at this time, especially with the numbers and the frequencies and the signs and the symbols. Okay, you're gonna be seeing a lot of numeric patterns. Okay, lately I've been seeing a lot of triangles. Right now, as I'm closing my eyes, I see a hexagon. Right, so be very mindful. Right, and at that three, because why we in a third month, right? 3 8s, 3 7s, 3 3 3, right? We just had that huge portal, 3 3 portal, which was also aligned with the solar eclipse, right? So there's been big changes with these solar eclipses and lunar eclipses as well. A lot of things have shifted, and it is no going back to the old way of doing things. Also, with that, this message in particular, as we are on the mutable cross, excuse me, I kept getting a lot of Gemini energy. Gemini 6666. Y'all just seen that damn license plate. In June, there's going to be another reactivation. Spring is going to be, I'm going to get into that on my Aries breakdown. I'll probably come live again tomorrow and do an Aries breakdown. But there's going to be a lot of things that happen during the spring season because everything is activated, including us. So that's going to be a whole nother reactivation because we're going to be getting ready to go into summer. But I'm going to slow it down and I'm going to hold it right there because y'all know how I am. I jump into a whole nother timeline, a whole nother prediction. I just want to get through Pisces new moon right now. Spirit, hold on, Spirit. Okay. But yes, you guys, numeric synchronicities at this time, right? 3 2 1 1234, 3636, patterns, right? Certain numeric codes, just numbers speaking to you. It ain't even got to be no sequence. It could be 182755. It could be something like that. If it's speaking to you, if it's calling to you, it's a message for you. So pay attention, okay? 8 and 12, 8 and 12, those numbers kept popping up. Now I'm trying to think of why. Why spirit? Why is 8? 8 is Scorpio, right? 12 is Pisces, and 4, thank you, spirit, this water trine energy. There's going to be water trines this whole year due to the astrological alignments. Okay, there's going to be a lot of water trines up until, thank you, spirit, up until the end of June, the 6th month. That's what a water trine stop because of Jupiter. I believe we get like 3 more big water trines. Water trines are going to be essential to these activations. Damn, I'm doing channel messages. I wasn't even. All right, we're just going with the flow, spirit. Thank you. There's going to be huge activations during the water trines. These water portals, right? Because portals, water, I'm getting stargates, gateways, realms, timelines. I'm getting the yoni, right? when the woman is sexually aroused, there is water, right? Wetness, portal for, even if she's not aroused, for a child to come through the water gate, there has to be water, right? The child is engulfed in water. We are engulfed in water. Our brains are engulfed in water. Our organs are in fluids, right? Fluids, liquids. That is like the lubrication for the energy, for the currency to freely flow through, right? Electricity, water, current, currency, a stream, a fluidity, right? If you have water and you put electricity in the water, everything in the water will be electrocuted. They share the same frequency, the same currency. That is a shift. There will be an electrified energy that is sent in at this time, especially with those water portals, those water trines. Okay, every time the moon goes into Scorpio, there will be a water trine. So that will happen 3 more times. I heard 2 more times, but 3 more times. Okay. So we got 3 more water trines. Those are going to be big portals, big activations. And I got to give it to y'all. Spirit not letting me lead this energy until I give y'all everything that I'm being given. Okay. And I say that due to the alignments in the sky with the planets, the alignments in the water, however the hell you view the stars and the star system, the waters above, the waters below, the waters within, the planets, whatever, it's an alignment. Okay. And I say that due to when third eye Atlas, this interstellar object came into our atmosphere, when it was closest to Mars, we were in Scorpio season, a water sign, right? Right. Okay. Jupiter is now in what? Jupiter is in Cancer. Where is Three Eye Atlas? Three Eye Atlas is closest to Jupiter right now in Cancer. So there is a huge water portal activation right now with everybody's souls, with everybody's spirits. We've all been enlightened. We all been cleansed. We all been purifying ourselves. There's been a huge purification for more information to come in at this time to help us go to this next step. Okay, there had to be a cleansing, a physical and spiritual cleansing and purge for us in the DNA structure so that way we can pass through this gateway with ease. It's like a clearance, it's like a metal detector. And if your body has any of these heavy metals, you cannot pass through. If your body has any of these parasites, you cannot pass through this higher timeline, through this higher gateway. Okay. Yeah, water will be a theme. Make sure you stay hydrated. That's why the heat is on. The heat is on. But what does heat does? It purifies, it burns, it cleanses. So there has been a cleansing and a purification for you to refresh and replenish yourselves with the right minerals, with the right water, with the right hydration, with the right information. A releasing for a refreshing, for a renewal at this time. Okay. All right. Thank you, Spirit. And that's crazy. I wrote these notes on the 12th, and you said water, water, water. Okay. So let's get into the astrological alignments. Shout out to the Soul Tribe. Thank y'all so much for just being here with me. You said that gateway happens in June. Yes. Well, these gateways are activated every time the moon goes into Scorpio because there is a water trine. I say that because of the North Node, Mars, and Mercury, right, are in Pisces right now. Jupiter is in Cancer right now. And then when the moon moves into Scorpio, that is a water trine. Even when we move into next month, the North Node will still be in Pisces. The Jupiter will still be in Cancer. And then we're going to have when the moon hits Scorpio in April. In May, same thing. In June, same thing. But at the end of the month, Jupiter will go into Leo, and that will activate a fire trine. Oh, shit. That fire trine is going to activate another fire horse activation. Aries season will be the start and the spark of this fire horse activation. The heat being on, the purging, the cleansing, the releasing, the fires of volcanoes, the war, the love, the passion, the drive, the kundalini, the sexual energy. She will get into these breakdowns in her Aries energy reading. Because I already got the notes. I already got all the notes for that. But there, we're closing out this watery energy, this illusion energy, and going into clarity, going into fire, going into passion, going into desire of what your soul wants, what you want, right? Those things are going to be activated, like I said, at the end of June because Jupiter goes into Leo. And what just moved into Aries? Saturn, Neptune. So we're going to have Saturn and Neptune trining Jupiter. And then when we get into Sagittarius season, the sun, the moon, Mars, Venus, Mercury are all going to be, that's a whole nother transmission. That's a whole nother alignment. But we're closing out this Piscean watery illusion, bullshit, fake beliefs, fear energy to tap into the initiation of our souls, right? These illusions and getting in tune with that is activating an initiation with our spirit. Are you in tune with your spirit? Can you hear your spirit? Are you listening to your spirit? Are you listening to yourself? Are you listening to source? Right? If you've been listening, if you've been getting in tune with that, then when these passions, when this desire, when this fire is set aflame in your soul, in your belly, in your spirit, you're going to be able to be a trailblazer And everything your foot, every ground you walk on, everything your aura touches, your hand touches, you just catch on fire. It's a light in the dark, it's a flame, it's a passion, it's the inner knowing. All of this will just be ignited come June. I just wanted to make that clear. Okay. Because I was unsure, but I just do it. I just listen to spirit. I don't even question spirit. Spirit say something, I know it's a reason why. And it'll make sense later if I don't get it now. But thank you for asking about that, because you just made it clear as to why these portals, these trines are happening right now in Pisces season. Okay. All right. So the sun, the moon are at the 28th degree in Pisces. North Node, Mercury are at the 8th degrees in Pisces, and Mars is at the 12th degree in Pisces. Now, Mercury will be out of retrograde. Okay. So you'll be able to think clearer, speak clearer. The power outages will be alleviated. There's a lot of power outages that have been happening, right? Interference with technology, inner technology, outer technology. These things will start to be alleviated at this time. Okay. Because there is like a technological interference that happens when the moon goes dark. Things begin to get cleared up. Okay. Woo. Hold on. Hold up. Shout out to the Soul Tribe. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for staying here and rocking with me. We've been on here 2 hours. I'm not done. I'm almost done, but I thank y'all so much. Okay, I appreciate y'all so much. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna read y'all comments in a second, but I just really want to get through this because spirit is like, I'm in a channel right now. But I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. I feel y'all energy. I'm so grateful. Okay. And I really want to make sure I get these messages out clear. I don't want it to be any confusion, any illusions when I give out these messages. I want them to be pure and clear, and y'all to feel it coming from my heart and from my soul. And for y'all to know that I really do deep dive and do research when I be doing this stuff, because I really do love it. And I love to inform y'all. I love to enlighten myself. Okay, like I said, y'all are mirrors. We are reflections of one another. And I value y'all. Okay. So yes, I said a deep soul communication to break free of the last loop and the last cycle. That's what these alignments in Pisces represent. It's a breaking free of the last illusion of self, of things, of people, of objects, anything that has had a hold on you, addiction, drugs, people, whatever. Is to free yourself up of yourself at this time. Okay. Woo, hold on. Let me drink some more tea, y'all. Okay. A deep soul communication to break free of the last loop and the last cycle. You've healed the inner child. It's time for the inner teen, or it's time for your adulthood. Whatever you have not been focused on healing, these things will be pulled up to be addressed at this time. So if you've been working on healing your inner child, there's going to be things from your teenage years that need to be addressed. If there's things that you've healed in your inner child and your teen, there's going to be things in your adulthood that you need to address. If you've done all of the healing, well, baby, I'm not talking to you. But if you know there's still a few more things you need to work on when it comes to healing, because you know you're not perfect, and a wise man knows he knows nothing at all, you can never know everything, then you still have more room to upgrade yourself. There's still room for improvement. Okay. Pay attention The only time we look down is to see where we're going, watching our steps. The only time we look back is to see how far we have come and to reflect. Come on now. That was a bar. That was a bar. That's some Pisces stuff, because you know, Pisces rules the feet. And we're going into Aries, and Aries governs the head. So you got to make sure that you got your mind and your feet in divine alignment. Otherwise, you're just going to be lost. I say this all the time, right? The body, the soul, the heart always have to be in alignment with one another. Otherwise, you're going to be lost. You're going to be confused. You're not going to be knowing where you're going. And then you're going to look up and be somewhere you didn't even know you was, and not in a good way. Okay. So I said the only time we look down is to see where we're going and to watch our steps. The only time we look back is to see how far we have come and to reflect. Acknowledge that we've healed ourselves, we've done the shadow work, we are the alchemists, and we accept our accountability. We've been doing the work to grow and to glow and to show. We have done all the work that there is to do when it comes to this cycle. Now, this is where you pay attention to things around you, because I kept picking up on like this neighbor energy. And I say that because Pisces and Aries are neighboring one another, right? But Mars, which is ruled by Aries, is in Pisces. And Neptune, which is ruled by Pisces, is in Aries. So it's this switch, it's this flip, it's this neighbors, right? So being mindful of your neighbors. There could be things with your neighbors. I talked about this on a last show I did, right? And just be mindful of that. And this could be good or bad, but just unexpected things happening, right? This is a warning. Okay. You might need to borrow some sugar. Okay. You might have packages accidentally dropped off at your neighbor's house. Maybe some chaos. There may be some peace. There may be some love. There may be some happiness, right? You may hear love and happiness. They may be playing some good music next door. Like, okay, I used to, okay, right? It don't always got to be bad. It don't always got to be good. It's whatever you want it to be. Okay. All right. I said, your neighbor's shadow or something behind, right? Because Pisces rules the 12th house, and the 12th house is something that's behind you or above you, in front of you, depending on how you, what perception you're looking at it, right? Because when I think about 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock is up, right? On the clock, right? 12 o'clock noon, right? The sun is directly up, right? But if you stand in, from my perspective, if I'm standing on a wheel, right, the first house, right, the first house is next door to the 12th house. So that's something you really can't see, but it's on the side of you. It's like your peripheral. Okay. So be mindful, like I said, of all things at this time and how you perceive things and how you view things. Okay. Not a sense of judgment, it's just a sense to be aware. All right. I said 12 o'clock, north, south, the sun and the moon, hidden and seen. There will be nostalgic things happening at this time, right? So that could be a sense of music. Like I said, old music being played, old things with your childhood, your inner teens, your younger adulthood, all of these things coming up, good and bad, just for you to reflect, just to see how far you have come. Okay. It's not a sense to get down on yourself, whatever the hell it is. Shit, you made it through it. You're here now. All right. There's no reason to beat yourself up about it. All right. You done made it through. You want to boss up, boss up. You want to change it, change it. I don't want to hear no complaining. Okay. We do execution versus excuses over here. So this is a time for you to just really reflect and see how much you have grown and see how far you have come. Okay. Frequencies will be the key to this time travel. And I say that because, like I said, when you listen to music, that's a sense of time traveling, right? You can listen, you can hear something and it'll take you back to a certain place in time. You can see certain movies and it'll be that nostalgia feeling, right? That deja vu feeling, that time dilation type of feeling. Like I said, outer body experiences, right? Getting in tune with the breath, because the breath is how we time travel as well. Going into meditation, we're able to timeline hop, timeline jump, right? Go to different dimensions, different portals, right? It takes me back to when we're sleeping, when we close our eyes and we're dreaming, right? We can see certain things in the dark by the illumination of our minds, by the illumination of our imagination. Woo! By the illumination of our imagination, right? Because how do dreams come to life like a movie with color and vivid things in the dark? Our eyes are closed, but in our minds, everything is clear, right? Just like that vision that you had of the past, things become clear. That's like time traveling, right? In the past, in the future, to the present, to different timelines. All of these things are in the grasp of our hands. Nothing is outside of our reach. If you believe, belief has power, belief holds energy, belief holds a currency, because that pulls these things into this physical matter. It creates a sense of gravitational pull that can attract those things that you believe. And then those things that you believe turn into actions. Whoo, come on, y'all. Oh my goodness. All right, frequencies will be key to time travel. The heart is a key. The mind in coherence with the heart. That's how you hold on, y'all. My thing about to die. My I thought I didn't. Hold on, let me cut the power on real quick. See the power on. Charge me up. Beam me up, Scotty. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay. It's on now. Okay. Yes, aromatherapy too. Aromatherapy, right? The sense of nostalgia, the senses, right? All of the senses, hearing things, tasting things, right? Tasting something that tastes like your grandmama's food, right? Seeing things, feeling certain people energy. Oh, you remind me of a girl, right? All of that, all those things, the senses. The senses is a portal. Okay. All right. So I said the heart and the mind in coherence with one another, hemi-syncing the brain as well. Okay. Hemi-syncing, finding harmony and finding balance is the guide to this astrological new year. A new you will emerge and you will be initiated into something new, to start something new, right? This could be within yourself. This could be physically. This could be goals. This could be opportunities. This could be people. It could be anything. It's whatever you want it to be. Okay. All right. I said this earlier. Every time the moon is in Scorpio, a water trine is formed. Pay attention. Deep spiritual things will start to happen, whether this is psychic things, whether this is women acting up, men being more nurturing, more emotional, right? Things happening. So having that sense of emotional intelligence. But pay attention. The 4, the 8, and the 12. This could be 4 to 8, 4, 8 or 12 days, 4, 8 or 12 weeks, 4, 8, and 12 years. These things will continue to shift. We'll continue to see shifts happen at this time. Okay. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. And that I'm picking up on Chiron, because Chiron changes signs every 4 years. And I believe this year, yes, Chiron goes into Taurus. Okay. So be mindful of that. I'll do that breakdown later. Okay. Something is blocked or you can't see something that you normally see. The training wheels are off. Woo! Something is blocked that you normally see, but you cannot see because the training wheels are being taken off. And I said this due to me not being able to see the chart on the normal site that I see the chart on where I do the breakdowns. That site is taken down. And I love how they have everything in alignment. But Spirit said, you don't need to know what the chart looked like. You know where the planets are at. So read it off order. I said, oh, okay. And I started to do it. And it was like, I've been channeling this whole time and I haven't even seen a chart. So I've been doing pretty damn good for myself, right? The training wheels are off, you guys. All right. And that's something with you as well. There's something you had to adjust to. There's something that's been pulled from underneath your feet. There's something that's been pulled from you, taken from you. Like I said, something that's been broken to be upgraded, right? It's for you to take the training wheels off. You can do it. You got this. You don't need that extra tool. You don't need the extra help, right? You are the tool. You are the source. Okay. All right. I love y'all so much. And then this was blank. This was blank because I couldn't see the chart. And Spirit was like, well, just go off of what you know and just go in. All right. So the first thing that I put was I know for a fact that, like I said, Saturn and Neptune are in Aries. Venus is in Aries and Chiron is in Aries. And what that speaks to me is karmic retribution, ancestor inheritance, and like I said, reality versus spirituality. So this is us being real with ourselves, getting in tune with our true values, and breaking through these illusions of fake love, of fake spirituality, of fake discipline. Right? Some people only post certain things online to look a certain way, but they're not really doing these things. They're not really about that life, right? And it's giving me the man who ate McDonald's, right? That man looked like he didn't want to eat that burger at all, because that's not what he really do. He just posting things to look cool, to paint an illusion of something, to go with a facade. So these things. Thank you so much for the Cash App donation, Bill. I appreciate you so much, sending you that back tenfold. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Okay. But like I was saying, this just makes me think of people posting things and doing things for a fake facade, right? People not really about that life, and it's gonna show, right? Because if you really doing the work, it's gonna show, right? You're gonna have a glow, you're gonna have the knowledge, you're gonna have that feeling that's gonna resonate with your heart, it's gonna resonate with your spirit. So there's gonna be a lot of different things that are brought up to the surface for us to view, for us to pay attention to. Because like I said, illusions are being broken at this time. All right, you guys. So yeah, that's kind of just how I'm feeling about that energy. It's going to be a lot of things that are made clear, especially when it comes to this new moon and Pisces energy. And there's going to be a lot of ushering in the way, the ancestors ushering in certain things for us at this time, just for us to embrace when it comes to ourselves. Okay. A lot of old past relationships as well will be a theme during this time. So be mindful of lessons, be mindful of blessings at this time. Be mindful of karmic relationships, because we don't want to repeat any karmic loops. And be mindful of abundant relationships and prosperity opportunities that will be coming in at this time. Okay. I'm about to start getting into the channel messages. So that's like the astrological chart at this time, because I feel like I pretty much broke down everything else. So I'm going to see if there's any other messages. Ooh, I just felt so much heat. I just felt so much heat hit my crown and just come all the way down. So it's most definitely, I'm getting like solar flare. We might have a solar flare within the next couple of days or around this time of the new moon in Pisces. There's going to be an igniting of the crown, igniting of our minds when this energy is in alignment with the sun, when the moon is in alignment with the sun. There's going to be hidden activations and hidden portals that we can travel to and through at this time. Okay, physically and spiritually at this time. A lot of abundance, a lot of abundant opportunities that pour into the collective, a lot of divine interference, a lot of ancestral interference. Make sure you guys are writing everything down, as a dream realm will be another way of a portal that is open. I'm hearing like crackling in like the background. Um yeah, so this could be like an old foundation being broken for new foundations to be built. Also, I'm getting like ancestors trying to communicate with us during this time. This could be a big ancestral portal for us to communicate with our ancestors. This last week of winter, technically, right? But we're rising, and as we rise, we raise up the lineage with us. Okay. Woo! Oh my God. This heat. What is that, spirit? I'm getting like Kundalini energy as well. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing somebody like lick out their tongue. It's gonna be a lot of sexual energy as well. We might see a lot of deviancy, okay, because when it starts to get hot, people clothes get to coming off. So be very mindful of people who are being manipulative with their sexual energy, okay? Um, male and female, okay, higher ups. Um, ooh, thank you, Spirit. Spirit said people of spiritual authority don't have to use manipulation. It is an energy and a currency that is felt straight from the heart. Even if you were blind, you could feel it. Even the blind people can feel it. Wow. Okay. I keep seeing this thing. Okay. It's kind of giving like, I don't know what the hell this is. Like I said, it kind of looks like a tongue. It looks like somebody with like a tongue sticking out, but it also looks like somebody having a rug and they're like fixing the rug. Um okay, as far as like the tongue thing is getting like be mindful what you consume. Also like that Kali Ma energy. Um a lot of, like I said, sexual energy. Be mindful and be grounding of that energy. Um a lot of people acting crazy at this last new moon too. Okay, so be mindful of that. I kind of spoke on that. And then also like spirit rolling out the red carpet for us, spirit fixing things for us at this time. Okay, thank you, spirit. I keep getting like this illumination of the crown, illumination of the crown. I keep seeing like light pour in, and it keeps like hitting my crown and going all through my whole body. I feel like somebody hitting my whole body with like a heater. And that keeps making me think of like kundalini activations, heat waves, a lot of heat waves. Our spoke on this is going to be like 100-degree weather, record breaking heat records all over the globe. Okay, and also being able to see things from a different perspective as well, as spirit continues to take us higher. Okay. No matter what level, no matter what lane, no matter what layer you're on with yourself, we're all going up higher, which is closer to source, which is closer to self, to know ourselves, to master ourselves at this time. Okay. Ashe, thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much, Source. Thank you so much, Tribe. Okay, thank you so much, ancestors, all the people who paved the way before me, and all the people who will continue to hold the torch after me. I give gratitude for the Soul Tribe. Thank y'all so much for the donations. Thank y'all so much for placing orders with me, for purchasing products, for purchasing sessions, for leaving kind words of wisdom and enlightening things and dropping gems on me as I'm dropping gems with y'all. Thank you so much for sharing and reciprocating good, loving vibes. Okay. I appreciate the Soul Tribe. Shout out to the members. Okay. I thank y'all so much. I give y'all so much gratitude. And yes, that is my Pisces new moon energy reading. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification so you know when I go live. Again, shout out to the Soul Tribe and drop some gems on me. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please drop like some water wave emojis down in the comment to let me know that you watched this all the way through, and you're a huge supporter of this good message, as it has very diverse messages. It has highs and lows, light and dark, masculine, feminine. It's a holistic point of view of what spirituality and astrology should be from my perspective. Okay, so I love y'all so much. I thank y'all so much. I hope you have a beautiful week. And yes, I catch y'all on the next one. Until next time, peace, wholeness, love, and light.